and Atiku Abubakar of the PDP, for instance. I mean, you both belonged to the PDP before you left the party, and you were, of course, his running mate in 2019. I mean, so presumably you share some similarity in terms of your political philosophy and approach. Why should Nigerians choose you in preference to him?
Well, first let me tell you, I said it before, there's no different ideology between all of us who are running. Our politics has not matured where you have different ideologies, different beliefs and everything. We are at what you can call developmental level. So there's not much difference. What we are competing today, or what Nigerians need a choice before themselves, of all these people promising the same thing, who can we trust?
We just listened to Peter Obi right now, and he said some things that are really profound in his video. That there's not much difference in the political ideology between him, Bola Tinubu, and the person of Atiku Abubakar. But he ended by saying or asking Nigerians, who can you trust among these three major candidates looking or campaigning to be president of Nigeria? Who can you trust? You see, trust is something that is very, very important. It is so important that we have to consider it. Bola Tinubu is a great person, no denial of this fact. Atiku Abubakar is a successful businessman with so many stories. If you ask me personally to choose between Atiku and Bola Tinubu, without thinking, I will go for Bola Tinubu. That is my preference. Then if you ask me to choose between Bola Tinubu and Peter Obi, without a blink of an eye, I would pick Peter Obi. Because these men have obvious records that you can go back to and look in terms of their finances, in terms of the human capital management and resources management. So for me, I think that Atiku has been in power in different ways. I mean, he's been in presidential villa for good 8 years with President Obasanjo, and he's a successful businessman, and he has run his business, no doubt about that. We're not competing or we're not challenging that aspect of him. But can he be trusted? He's campaigning of selling the country to people or private investors. You know what that means. Then Bola Tinubu is an authoritarian and is an old used guy who used Bolivar to make how do I put it? To carry money, cash that is meant for Lagosians or Nigeria from the seaport. He closed all the seaports in Nigeria except for Lagos, in order that Lagos economy will strive so that he can make more money. Imagine him becoming the president of Nigeria. What do you think will become of other part of the country? But the person of Peter Obi, from the 8 years he was a governor of Anambra State. As I speak with you right now on my desk, I have the reconciliation account of Peter Obi government of 8 years as Anambra State governor. Papers floating all over the internet with his account reconciliation of how much amount of money he left in the government. And whatever this man has been saying to us from the start of his campaign to date, he has always been consistent in saying that everything he says is what? Verifiable. Can Atiku be bold enough? Or is it Ahmed Tinubu can say the same? I just want to end by his quote. And I love this so much. And it has become something that I've added to my vocabulary and my ideology as well. The desire to take Nigeria back is nearly unanimous. We may be used to the old order, corruption, they deceive us that nothing works, no vote count, that's a lie. However, we cannot vote for continuity of corruption, recklessness, impunity, and poverty. Deprivation is not habit forming. Nigerians deserve a better life. Nigerians desire a better life. Election is just a few months away. What are you going to do? Who are you voting for in this election? Who can you trust from your God-given conscience as a right candidate to be president of Nigeria? You may say that changing the president does not change the entire system, but it depends on who is there. I'm appealing to you Nigerians today. Please, let's rally around Peter Obi. We have tried PDP for 16 years. We have tried at APC for over 8 years now. And if you add that of late Yaradua, that's 11 years plus, and nothing has changed. Why don't we try Labour Party with Peter Obi and have a new taste of wine, and let us see how it feels like. If we're going to be so drunk by corruption, or that we will have a new taste, that corruption will be thing of a past in our Nigeria. Please, let's vote wisely come 2023 election. My name is Harry. Thank you for listening. And I talk and leave no time to tell time. I stand for Nigeria, one Nigeria.